Okay, so we get started. The Tech Convo is back after 4 weeks
of doing nothing.
Yeah, not really doing nothing,
Okay.
doing nothing on this side. But
Right.
we owe people consistency, and we need to apologize.
Definitely. So, guys, apologies for not having been. Let me just put on my glasses.
Yeah,
And to see you well.
I don't have my glasses today, guys. It is what it is.
He
Yeah.
broke them.
Yes, guys. So we need more subscribers so that when we start earning money, I break my glasses today, I buy new ones tomorrow.
Okay. Guys, you're welcome to the Tech Convo Podcast. Apologies for not having been uploading
Consistently.
or being consistent with all that, but life has been lifing, and we're boys. We're here till death do us part.
Yeah, we are
Hopefully
here.
we don't die, but we're but we're around. Thank you so much for your time. It's your time taken to the time you take to just watch the content. It's really very much appreciated. If you're not subscribed, please go on ahead and subscribe.
Yes.
Yeah. So what we're looking at today is a very interesting topic.
Yeah, something that is I think we've heard people complain, and then it was interesting to hear somebody provide a solution to a complaint that a lot of Zambians had.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And that topic is network. How basically network service is bad, or maybe pathetic is a better word.
Oh, pathetic is even better.
It's better. No, I mean better as in it fits.
It's a better ways.
Yeah. Is it better ways?
Okay,
But,
yeah.
I think it's really bad, and it doesn't really matter like what network it is. Obviously, some networks are better than other networks.
Yeah.
But it's all in general not good service.
I think there was a day this week when like the network that I use, I don't want to mention their name, for internet just went completely off for some time.
Oh, I used the same network. It died. It just went off. Like I paid money, and then I'm expected to use when it's time for the bundles to expire. You're not going to be saying no, you didn't. You're not going to compensate me.
2 hours like,
No, you're not going to compensate me, but you expect me to pay again. That's just not fair.
Yeah.
And then, like a typical Zambian would say, in this economy, like you want me to be paying you twice for something that I'm only getting half the time for.
Yeah.
That just does not make sense. So the network has really been bad, and we're just here to discuss with my co-host here the challenges that have been going on, and also the solution the solution that was suggested by Dumisani Ncube.
Yeah, that's like his name for you.
Yeah.
That's how you pronounce it, the middle name.
Yeah, the middle name. Ncube.
Yeah.
Yes. So how do you think it's gotten to this? Because I remember it's not always been like this, but it's getting worse.
Yeah.
And I know I want to tell you to tell me something different, Chims. I know you're probably going to mention something about power.
Yeah.
But I want your answer to be maybe around, just not around power, because we know power is like a factor with any problem that arises in Zambia right now. So let's just keep away from the power thing.
Okay, aside from power, because I know that's one of the biggest challenge, because a lot of network towers rely on power and electricity. And I've seen a solution being created around it where they're using hybrid systems for solar, diesel, and Zesco. But aside from power, I think the other thing is the number of subscribers and users for particular networks. Because I was checking out statistics by, was it PwC? They did a survey for last year on telecommunication in Zambia. And you can see that telecommunication has really grown. Like a lot of people now are using a lot of these networks. They're using SIM cards. So it means that the more people that are on a network, the more congested the network is, and the more demand there's more demand on infrastructure. So the challenge that we have is that we don't have enough infrastructure to cater for the number of people that we have in the country right now.
That's an interesting point of view. Point of view. Actually, okay. So infrastructure basically needs to tarry.
Yes.
or be in tandem with the amount of people present
Exactly.
on that network.
Yes.
Yeah, that really makes sense. Aside from power, I know I mentioned we should keep away from power.
Yes.
But and then you said they are like looking into alternative power solutions, like creating hybrid systems.
They've
solar.
experimented on some areas. I think
But
some network towers, but not every tower has got that.
My question is, were they not foreseeing this being, because they have professionals, right?
There's
and then
data.
you're able to tell you have data. That's the use of why you have like you hire data analysis
and data scientists
and data scientists, all those people. Like you know, like at the rate of the way the business is growing,
yes,
we have this and this, because you can't be saying you're sending agents out in the field to sell your SIM cards and you don't expect people to be on board. Obviously people are going to jump on board, and you're going to need more infrastructure out there. You're getting money from people, unless you're eating all the money.
Yeah.
You need to factor in that the fact that there's going to need to be infrastructure. There's going to need to be a solution provided for the power problem that's currently there, the power crisis that's currently there in Zambia. Do you think it is something that they can obviously do? Obviously, they can do better, but how do you think they can work around that? Because I feel that it's no excuse. Like power is no excuse. Because you can work around that. If it's something that's hybrid or something that automatically turns on, it shouldn't be.
Yes.
The network shouldn't be down for an hour.
Now also, because
it just takes like less than 10 minutes for it to switch up. Yeah.
Yes. I so like I've said, I think the infrastructure is not adequate for the number of people that are using networks. To me, I feel like that's the biggest challenge that we have, and this is something that they should have foreseen. And as you expand your business, you need to make sure that you're expanding and improving your infrastructure, because you know that the more people we have, the more demand we'll have. So it's like you own a restaurant, let's say a restaurant, and then you want more customers, but you're not making it bigger. Then where are people going to be sitting? You know what I mean?
Like, are we going to be standing while eating?
Yes.
That doesn't make sense.
So as you plan to expand, you need to plan to cater for the people that you're expanding for, because population growth is not something that is unpredictable. I think it's something that that's why they carry census, so they can predict that by this year this is how many people will be in Zambia. I know that the prediction will not be 100% accurate, but at least it will help you deal with certain problems ahead. And also the thing is, I feel like now it's better because Zambians now are doing conducting a lot of surveys. Like Zicta was recently doing a survey. So those surveys now will help even network service providers and any person who provides services in ICT sector to use that data to predict and provide enough and adequate infrastructure for their services.
Okay, that's really profound. On to the next. It sounds like I'm interviewing you right now.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, kind of.
And I'm shy.
But yeah, feel free to ask me also.
I'll be getting you. Yeah. So
Dumisani, during that video he posted, Dumisani Ncube. Ncube. He mentioned, Zicta finding, and this is something that we've seen, like some of the network, the telecommunications companies have been fined over the bad service. Do you think the association is doing enough, like with just finding, and with the current state of things? Are they like on ground, aside from taking surveys, conducting those surveys? Are they like making sure, like your perspective? Obviously, if you ask a Zicta person, they'll say yes. But from the eyes of a person that's not, do you think?
And you can, with such questions, obviously you can get a biased opinion somehow, because
it's definitely. I just want to get your bias.
I'm saying this because I was listening to that podcast the other day, and then Elson went to the State House and he was like, guys, these people are working, but they're not putting out enough information. So it's like when you hear it from the perspective of the people that are actually doing the work, you'll be like, but these people are really trying, And then when you hear it from a person who's like in the community, they'll be like, you know what I mean? Yeah. And so, but okay, in your, I feel like Zikta can do more. I think, as Dumisani was saying also, because they are responsible for governing this network. I don't know, are they the ones responsible for governing the network providers?
Yes, they're the ones in charge of enforcing
Laws on them, yeah. So what I would say is they need to put like a directive and say, he talked about number portability. They can put a directive and say, make this happen, because when it's a directive, now you're talking boss, you are going to do it.
Okay, so before we get to that, before we get to the number portability, I feel it's something that we should talk about just nicely, like after this.
Yes.
So before we get to that, with Zikta, also, I get the biased opinion thing, but I feel they should be aside from taking pictures that, oh, we launched this, we did this survey, we did this. I feel that's just the good things that they're just publishing. But if you're communicating to the people, tell them the struggles that you're having.
Yes.
That way they're able to understand that, oh, these guys are actually doing their job.
Yes.
Like when you go there, I know you notice people are actually working. It's like how they say, like, you think Zambian police don't work until it's you in trouble, until they're looking for you,
until Boma is on you.
Yeah,
was that Tasha?
You know what they are working. But I feel they should be open in that way, where we're like currently informed, like the everyday person, the person that's out there on the market complaining about network, should know, oh, okay, these people are actually doing this and this. Like, they should be out there and not just LinkedIn pictures. Like, that doesn't matter to me.
You've talked about something interesting. You mentioned LinkedIn. So I feel like also when it comes to communication, I know that there's radio. I feel like they're not doing enough to reach out to the people. It's like what we are doing right now. Trust me, the people that are tuning into this podcast are people that are interested in tech already. So you find that even as you are bringing out awareness, you are not reaching out to the people that want the information. You are reaching out to the people that look for the information. I don't know if that made sense.
Yeah.
I felt like I cooked. But
until you're like, here, I've removed the first pass before.
This comes from, I think I even talked about it sometime back. They launched the cyber awareness, the fraud awareness campaign, and they go to Mutende, and then they are communicating in English. Wakabapali fraud mchizungu. And then told me when I went to watch that video, it was live, but I watched it after work. So I went to like check, okay, what's going on. So I checked some clips, and then I was like, no, you're not communicating with the people that are there.
Yeah.
Because everyone who knows English, aliku school, na kunchito. No one is there at the market.
It's a market.
Yeah, the people that are there, they don't know English. They don't communicate in English. Speak to them in a language they understand. So when you talk about communication, like you are saying right now, the best we can do is to speak to the people in a language they understand and talk to them. Yeah. You know what I mean? So in that concept, I feel like when it comes to this, if they want to communicate with the people and get feedback from the people, they need to speak to the people and get feedback from the people they're speaking to. Yeah. But I feel like, yes, there's work that is being done, but like you've pointed out, it might not be adequate. Yeah. So, but what would you suggest? What do you think are some things that they need to implement as well, so that we can see improvement in this?
I think two things. I don't know what the other thing is yet. I haven't thought about it. But I'll just put some concrete on the communication, like you said. So aside from just communicating to the English communicate, make sure you're targeting the masses, communicate to them in the language that they do understand.
Yes.
And then focusing on platforms maybe like Facebook, where the masses are, as opposed. I know it's very important to like target like the people who bring in the monies, the people who like, that's the perspective of what corporates think. Like they think about the head. When you deal with the head, everything else would automatically. But then, if for an association,
we invited white people.
So you talk to the heads of these companies, but it doesn't work that way. Sometimes those companies they don't enforce those things fully.
Yeah.
And so being in a position where like Zikta is known to be like is it a government?
Yeah, we would call it an agency.
Yes, it's sort of like an agency that's like, but then it's positioned for the nation, and so everyone should benefit from the nation, as opposed to just pointing like, oh, Airtel. Like if I'm pointing at Airtel, though sort of the information will be tailored to them. They don't want to obviously stab themselves in the back, so they want to communicate in a way that it needs to come from you guys. Like the if it's sector, but then it's positioned for the nation, and so everyone should benefit from the nation, as opposed to just pointing like, oh, Airtel. Like if I'm pointing at Airtel, though sort of the information will be tailored to them. They don't want to obviously stab themselves in the back, so they want to communicate in a way that it needs to come from you guys. Like the if it's sector. But otherwise, obviously, it's a well-known fact. They are definitely working. We do not know what's happening ongoing. I personally haven't been there, so that's that. So that's what they can do. I feel the other thing that they should do is just enforce the law according like on the people, like on those telecommunications companies. Aside from fining, they have money. They'll pay. But
can we pay either way for the
talk time? Yes. But something that has consequences, like real consequences. You know what I mean?
They should feel it. Like Winter Kavimba, you remember Winter? Yeah, he was like, if Airtel doesn't improve, they need to leave. That was like according to him, and it came out strong. So it was like
my improvements.
He was telling now Zikta and the Ministry of Science and Technology, like, if these people don't improve, give them an ultimatum and tell them that if the network doesn't improve for this period, then you leave us. You leave the country and go.
Yeah, because there are other people who could make use of that opportunity. Yeah, putting everyone first. It's not just the person that buys bundles for 1,000 that matters, but the person that buys bundles for even 2 kwacha.
Yes.
Because those 2 kwachas from the masses create something also. It doesn't matter like how much the small profit is. It's the money from a lot of the people that makes a lot of money.
Okay.
That way we're inclusive. And
then I think another thing that they can do is, I don't know if they do share infrastructure like towers and stuff like that
with
like among us. Yes.
I'm not sure, but I would say yes.
They'll do it.
If you ask me, maybe at some I'm not sure. I don't want to be like to say
something and then somebody in the comment section fact checks us now. Hey, it's Mawan,
but I'm not informed on that. But maybe for most of them they do not, because there's no way another person is doing bad. The same. But onto the suggestion for the is it number portability that Dumisani Ncube suggested.
I was like, why didn't I think of this?
Obviously, you don't travel.
It comes from exposure. Exposure is important. Like a person who's going to SA, they've gone to the US, they've gone to what they are like, guys, Zambia. Because somebody was like, wait, in Zambia you don't have number portability.
In the comments.
Like, hey,
I just feel shy right now.
But that was a dope idea.
So number portability. Let's just run the people through how it works. Should I or should you?
You can go ahead.
Okay, so number portability, and this is, I haven't looked into the details, but based off of what was explained by Dumisani, is number portability is you owning a number. It can be from any network. It could be Z Mobile, Airtel, or MTN.
Or
Zamtel. Why do I keep on forgetting? That's just
welcome home.
Call for
come back home.
I need to come back. Don't better come back. Yes. So any of those 4 networks. But then when you have it, it's more like you have an idea. You could use it to do a lot of things.
Exactly.
But then you're owning a number. It can be from any of those networks. That number can be switched. So you can change the platform according to the example he gave. If I'm calling a number and then the network is not good, I can switch that platform on my phone and say, okay, I want to use the Airtel. You're basically using maybe an Airtel tower.
Yes.
That's like the simplest way to put it. Instead of saying, no, I'm using my Airtel network, for instance, I would say, okay, I want to use an MTN tower because maybe network there is better. And then I switch on my phone and then call. I'm using MTN services with my number. Yes.
So again, what would say is, you are basically saying, so today, if I decide to say, I no longer want to use ITO.
May I just mention this?
Okay, yeah, let's say I don't want to use Airtel anymore, but I want to use MTN. The challenge that will come with is the fact that I will have to change my number. Even if I'm going to get like a custom number that is similar to my number, still the code, the 09 will be 097.
Yeah.
So it means I'll switch from 097 to some 096. My number is changing. So if somebody from my ex from 10 years ago wants to reach back to me,
they
will find that I've changed the numbers. And
are you
just
listening,
like
Alicia? Alicia, if you are seeing this,
yeah, so to him it was like, okay, switching numbers comes with a cost, but instead of switching numbers, you get your number and switch the network. Yeah, and that would make more sense.
Yeah, it really does make sense.
Yeah.
Because that way you then have a competition on better service, right? All the focus would be, because I'm sure the rates wouldn't even be that competitive.
Yes,
it would be almost the same, with maybe regards to how much they charge for bundles,
yes,
for minutes, all those things. But then the real competition would be in the service, which is really what's going on in other countries.
Yes.
Yeah, and that is why you see there's better service in other countries when it comes to clients. Like, you see a person, they'll quickly attend to you, all that. In some of the shops, I won't mention where, but even just the service will just like chase you away, like you've got things to do, and then they'll tell you today. I don't want to say something wrong here.
Yeah. Yeah, this kind of reminds me, I know this is off take, it's GBV related. There's this girl who posted the video, like she was swallowing, and then she's like, so it's like you're staying in a relationship, but you can't leave because, and then that person will continue being toxic. So it's the same way with networks.
Yeah,
the more you stay with them, the more toxic they get.
I think
they can switch off your network anytime.
They'll just be taking it for granted. One time, this network provider. One time, someone, those text posts that people make on Facebook. One time, someone was just like, "This network will just run away with our money one day," and they can do it. That can happen. I mean,
but it's a multinational company. I know who they were talking about.
But it doesn't matter.
And in Zambia, they've been stealing from us, guys. Why are we so quick in investing? Yeah, they've been running away lately.
Okay.
Every month I hear that companies, so
you can find the company is running a 20A Ponzi scheme.
Okay. Yeah, but yeah, so it's that. So the competition will be there. The fact that they know that this person can leave, our clients and customers can leave, they will treat you better. Yes, I'm not saying, I know someone is encouraged now, they're going to tell their partners that I can leave you. Yeah, there's number portability in our relationship.
I can move to another.
Love portability. Love portability. Yeah. So better services will surely come about due to the competition, high competition, and it will now benefit us, the users, because the charges will be competitive as well. So somebody will not be selling bundles at a higher price; they will sell bundles at a cheaper price because they know that they want to maintain all of us.
Yeah, and I know, like, maybe when it comes to like money going in, I know you need to factor, like, when you look at it from a business side, I think it's something it won't really change anything. It changes things, but in the long run, it's beneficial, because what you don't want is a person coming, just like a person visiting Zambia, and then it shows. Imagine there's that vlogger that's going and then you have things like corruption. Now imagine they also start talking about the network. There was another vlogger that passed. I don't know if you remember.
There's that video that I saw at calling my friend from Zambia, and then it just goes like, and then it cuts.
Yeah, like the network. Imagine just being framed or just having that image out there. Like, I wouldn't come to Zambia if I'm going to have network challenges. Like, what if I'm stuck? What if my money is stuck? That means I'll be stranded that side, just because of the network. They want to communicate that. So from the business perspective, I think It should be something that they still go on. I know it looks like, oh, people then are not going to be charging as much and all that. It's looking like it's a downhill thing, but then in the long run it pays off.
And then people will stay even if you don't charge them less, as long as you give them better services.
Definitely.
I think what people want is fast internet. What people want is them being able to call and talk on the phone without having to go outside and look for katawa somewhere perform. You know what I mean? Like we used to do that kind of farm whereby you're like, naenda sakila katawa pa my years, but and even in Lusaka we do that, sure.
Yeah.
No.
That's just
no. So Zictor, I hope this video, it's internet. Somebody from Zictor might be listening to us right now. Somebody from the Ministry of Science and Technology. Obviously,
all those guys,
yes,
the consumer protection.
Yeah, consumer protection. Like now, a person at Mutimbela, do something about it. Like yes, you know, these people can listen to directives. The moment, what's an example of a directive we can say? TV stations. There was just a directive that all TV stations should migrate to digital from analog. Just like that, digital migration became a thing.
There was no.
They could be an straightforward. They bought the equipment, the necessary infrastructure needed for them to operate on a digital platform, and they did.
It's now even you look at look at it now. It's a better place.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think that should be the direction we're taking. Yeah, I think that is it for today.
Yes, guys. So thank you very much. If you've listened all the way to this point, just comment and say Nikalipo.
Yeah, that will go a long way. And if you need us guys to talk about something, please
share in the comment section.
Share in the comment section. Reach out. We'll be so happy to take it on and then discuss it. Even bring a guest.
Yeah,
over to just discuss that with you guys. Yes,
we are going to bring guests soon. But one thing that we're asking as well is share, like tell people about the podcast. You know, you love it, don't keep it yourself. Share with your friends and tell them, oh, check out this podcast. Let's grow it. Let's make sure that we make people believe that a tech podcast can do it in Zambia, you know. Yeah. Because not all of us can be talking about
musicians.
Yeah, about musicians, about scandals. You know, our scandals are tech.
Like this one now.
Yeah, like this one now. So yeah, let's just make sure we share. Tech affects everyone, and one thing I want about for the podcast is to make it reach a point where everyone realizes that tech is lifestyle. Because if somebody talks about fashion, whether you are a fashion star or what, when you wake up, you just get into whatever you want. You still listen, you get the point. Yeah, because it's part of life, and that's where the direction that we want for the podcast. So help us grow.
Will be so much
grateful
in your debt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
peace out.